What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Zachary Smith. If you are new, please be sure to subscribe to the channel. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss a single piece of content that I'm putting out over here. Leave a like and also comment down below what you would like to see in the future or how you feel about what was covered in this video. What is going to be covered in this video is another in a series of videos that I've been putting out of adding one outside free agent to every team in the NFL. And we are on the AFC North for this one. You guys can't tell, I'm a Pittsburgh Steelers fan, but I will be very unbiased, as you will see throughout this video. I am giving every team what I feel like is a very nice addition to their team based off the roster they currently have, what they could be potentially losing in free agency. Obviously, there's going to be players on these teams that they would love to have back, their own free agents. But for this exercise, we are not worrying about that. We are bringing one outside free agent over. You don't have the capability to sign any of your own free agents for this. It is the way it is. So let's start. We also go in terms of the standings, worst to first. So the Cleveland Browns will be the first team covered here. And you're going to see right off the bat, no bias here. I got him getting Daron Payne, which I think would be an ideal addition when you look at that defense, what they need. Jim Schwartz coming in as the defensive coordinator. I think they're really going to covet that interior pass rush. Also, they were not good against the run last year, and I think the addition of Daron Payne is going to help that out tremendously. I think this is an ideal scenario for them if he were to hit unrestricted free agency. Now, again, this is a situation where Washington wouldn't have the ability to re-sign this guy. That's obviously not the case in real life. I think that it's very much likely that he's still in Washington next year, whether it's on the franchise tag or a new long-term deal in Washington. But if he were to hit unrestricted free agency, makes a ton of sense for Cleveland. This guy's still only 25 years old, very productive, was a Pro Bowler last year, had kind of a breakout season there. It would make all the sense in the world. For the Pittsburgh Steelers, Draymond Jones coming over from the Denver Broncos, kind of a budding star for people that really enjoy that throwback 3-4 defense. Played 81% of the snaps last year for the Broncos, 22 career sacks. I believe he's only 26 years old still. Chris Wormley, Larry Ogunjobi, Tyson Alualu, all free agents for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And while Cam Hayward still obviously very productive, aging like fine wine, 2 years left on his deal. He's getting up there in age. Who knows how much more football this guy wants to continue to play. They need some replenishment along that defensive line, even with Cam Hayward there, but also you need to have an eye on the future too. And Draymond Jones, I think, is the perfect addition for this team. You look at both sides of the trenches. The Pittsburgh Steelers are going to need to address that. I think they can do the offensive portion of this in the draft. The defensive line, I think, could be where this team is looking to make an upgrade in free agency. Draymond Jones makes all the sense in the world for Terrell Austin, Mike Tomlin, and that Pittsburgh Steelers defense. The Baltimore Ravens, I'm going to give them Jacoby Myers, that inside-outside versatility, one of the more underrated receivers, hitting the very thin, in my opinion, free agent market amongst wide receivers this year. Just 235 receptions and 2,757 yards over 60 games for New England, 8 touchdowns too. So, you know, the numbers don't pop off the page to you, but he was definitely the most consistent guy, at least 55 catches and 700 receiving yards in each of the last 3 seasons. For a New England offense that hasn't really had that same aerial attack, obviously, since Tom Brady left town, you know, whether that was Cam Newton for a year, Mac Jones the last couple, Jacoby Myers has been the one consistent presence to that passing attack. I think going to Baltimore, where they're looking for some consistency within that receiver room, obviously they'd love to have Rashad Bateman be able to stay on the field. Mark Andrews has been fantastic. Who knows if it's going to be Lamar Jackson throwing the football or somebody else, but they've relied too much entirely on Lamar Jackson and his legs, the ability to create plays out of structure. Not much of a passing game there going on in Baltimore. New offensive coordinator coming into town, Todd Monken, coming back into the NFL after his time at Georgia. You know, I'm looking for some passing to be rejuvenated, that passing game to be rejuvenated in Baltimore this season. A lot of that is going to rely on getting something done with Lamar Jackson, but I think Lamar Jackson, hopefully for them, or whoever the quarterback would be, another weapon is a great way of showing that quarterback that you are investing into bringing a passing game back to Baltimore. And then finally for the Cincinnati Bengals, we're going to give them Jermaine Illuminor. A little bit of an underrated, maybe you don't know the name. 28 years old, had kind of a breakout season for the Raiders last year. Even though he only started 3 games, he played a good amount of snaps, about 900 snaps last year for the Raiders. 28 years old. He's kind of bounced around a little bit, but he's got that inside outside versatility that you covet amongst offensive linemen. Can play guard, can play tackle. He started games at both. Projected just 5.6 million. I look at, Lyle Collins obviously coming off the torn ACL, got that knee injury. Jonah Williams has not been good on the other side of that. I think they're going to look for some improvement along that offensive line. Is that going to be where they want to spend the big dollars, though? It could be something that they address in the draft. I'm not sure that like a top flight tackle is going to be available to them in the first round. They're not really being talked about as a team that would move up. I think that this is really the route for them to go. Spend elsewhere, get a guy like Jermaine Illuminor who can be plug and play at multiple different spots, isn't going to break the bank. Just 5.6 million is his projected salary for next season. And, fill the holes elsewhere, if you will, with the money that you are going to spend. Gives you somebody that can plug and play until Lyle Collins is back. And then hopefully, he is somebody that you thought you were getting when you signed him over from Dallas. Mike McGlinchey has been a name that a lot of people have talked about. To me, kind of an overrated player. That's just my opinion on it. He actually gave up more pressures, more sacks than Lyle Collins last year. And everybody was talking about how disappointing Lyle Collins' first season in Cincinnati was. So why are you going to spend more on a player that wasn't as good? That's just kind of my take on it. If you are a fan of any of these teams, please let me know how you feel about the addition, what you would have done differently, if there's another outside free agent that you would love for your team to sign. I totally get it. I'm here for the conversation. I love the back and forth, and it's very much appreciated. Again, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell, and we'll see you next time when we are going to be doing what we have. The AFC East will be the next video that we cover, with the Bills, Dolphins, Patriots, who they just lost Jacoby Myers, and the New York Jets. Until then, we'll talk to you.